Welcome back to another video. Big up, thank you for tuning in. Today's video is all over the shop. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We are later on today fitting some new suspension coilovers to my friend Dane's Jetta, which is quite cool. But before we kick that off later on this evening, we're back on the Audi. Now, the last thing that needs doing on the Audi before it's all good for the road is new rear springs, because as you can see, although that looks sick, it obviously looks cool, really low, but it's actually because the spring is completely snapped on one side, which is not ideal. I've got two new standard rear springs to put in the rear. Before we kick anything off, let's get this Audi spring set in. Wheel is off. Now, as you can see, it's already fallen out. The spring is kaput, mate. That is absolutely snapped into. It's very rusty in here, as you can see. It's not the best shape, but I have checked everything with a screwdriver. If you watched the video where we've done the steering rack on this, you would have seen that I checked all this rust. There's no holes, so structurally it should be okay. Now, I believe all we have to do in here is undo this shock bolt, which then releases the whole unit so you can pull it down to then get a new spring in there. So I think first step is I might see if we can just stand on the disc and push it down like enough to get a new spring in. If not, we'll undo that shock bolt and pull it all down. So yeah, let's do that. Nah. Huh? I can already eye that up, look. What? Look how much it's got to go. Now that shock bolt's gonna have to come out in it, look. No chance. Let's get that shock bolt out. This literally threads into the hub. Oh, you might have to put your foot on it because it's compressing the shock. What? Just when I'm going up there. Oh, it's so tight.
You have to get a bar on that. That is nice.
Is it worth putting a bar in there to stop on the bolt?
It is. It cracked, Yeah. Yeah.
Right, after a long battle, we've got this little puppy loose, I believe. It's literally finger tight now, so as soon as this bolt's out, the shock is then disconnected from the hub, so we should be able to pull that lower arm down all the way. This is a long boy. Right, it is out. Ta-da! Now look, you can see the shock's disconnected, so this can go down freely. So we can push this down like that and hopefully get the new rear spring in. It's got to go quite a bit more, doesn't it? So the spring has to go quite a lot more down, and it's not looking like it's can go down enough. And without compressing the spring, which I don't have a spring compressor, so we've got to figure out what we're going to do because this is a pain. We could undo lower arm bolt to just drop the arm down, put the spring in, bolt it back up, but that might be a pain, so we'll have a think and get back to you. Right, we've had a change of plan. That bolt at the bottom for the lower arm is not coming out. It's so rusty it won't come out. So Tom has decided on a plan that I'm not keen on, but we're going to do it anyway for the culture. So said plan is this. Now, I'm not a fan, but Tom reckons it will be fine. So I think we're gonna try that. Is it in? Yeah. Yes! Yeah, we are the champions of that DIY spring replacement.
Hey, look.
That is so sketchy. Don't do that at home. This is not ideal. I wanted to use a ramp to do this job so you can actually pull it down, but this is what we're faced with. So that's one side done. It'll bolt it back on and move to the other side.
It's not.
If you have been enjoying this little midweek special so far, then you better smack that subscribe button. Really enjoy making these videos at the minute, so please smack the button and help the support.
What you got there, mate?
I've got a bit of a contraption going on here because this bolt won't undo. Come have a look. You ready? Yeah. So the ratchet strap that's in there, we can't actually like clock it out because the lever is hitting the subframe. So we had a long hard thought, and the only way to get that ratchet strap back out is to cut it. So yeah. Oh, she's out though, and the spring's in. Oh, let's bolt her back together. Take her for a spin, I reckon. So, this is technically the first proper drive on the Audi. If you watch the steering rack video, I had to put a new track rod end on, which I'd done one evening with a mate, and obviously we've just fitted the rear springs, which is the only problem. So this is the first drive on the Audi. Now, the tracking is absolutely bomber collided, so we're gonna take it, I say slow. I'm probably gonna go on this dual carriageway in a minute and have a little look and just see how it feels basically, and give it a bit of a shakedown. Put some fuel in it, pump the tyres up and just check it all. Maybe put some screen wash in it, because yeah, we haven't driven this car, so we'll give it a bit of Italian tune, as they say. Give it a shakedown and we'll catch back with you in a minute. Give her a bit of beans. Oh, it goes to be fair, doesn't
actually
it?
that bad.
It actually goes. Let's go again. She's moving. Hey, TT moves.
The wheels are so bad.
It's not ideal, is it? Oh, it's spinning. Oh my god, the tracking is so bad, it's just squealing. As you've seen, the tracking needs to get done. It's squealing around every corner. It's mental, but it drives and it feels pretty quick as well. So we're going to get the alignment done, treat the rust, and I think the TT is literally good. It's good for the road. Sick. Anyway, now we're going to move on to the actual main part of the video, fitting coilovers on a Mark 5 Volkswagen Jetta. Let's get there.